to, like, huge trouble for him, actually, I would imagine. He knows his audience skews on the much younger side of things. A lot of the iShowSpeed audience is young, and a lot of those kids were probably watching this stream, especially considering it's Five Nights at Freddy's, which is predominantly a kid's property that they really resonate with. So, I don't think the idea would have crossed his mind, like, good content would be exposing myself in front of all of these viewers, many of which are minors. Like, I highly doubt that was a thought that crossed his mind. Now, of course, the fact that it still happened is awful, but I just really don't think it was a plan. Of course, the overreaction to the jump scare is a plan. Like, that was definitely something he decided he was going to do with, like, going crazy about the jump scare. But everything that happened after that, I don't think was some kind of calculated plot. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this. That's really about it. So yeah.
My space heater stopped working. What is with the space heaters? Oh my god. Oh god. Oh, that's not even computer core. That's fire. That's straight up fire. Clearing coworkers' temp files today. 246 gigabytes. Yeah, that's not going in the recycling bin. That's getting immediately deleted. I don't even know what this is. This can't be video cache or something. They must have something redirected to the temp folder. Computer froze, boss. Now I know this is Photoshop because there's never been a Mac with good enough ventilation to run that cold. Plugging in your USB receiver with a hammer for that flush-mounted look. Oh, yeah, I actually probably passed the statute of limitations, but I had a work laptop that had this. I used Logitech G602 mice, which had a receiver, and it was sticking out of the side. I was doing a wireless survey in a construction area, and I dropped the laptop on its right side. Kind of jammed it in. It wasn't as bad as this, but still. I just left it in there. And since it was my laptop, like, nobody actually noticed. My friend drilled holes in his mouse to make it lighter so it would give him an advantage. Oh, so you tried to make a knockoff of those new mice with the air. Anyways, I don't think the holes are for weight. I think they're for airflow so your hand doesn't get sweaty and slip off the mouse. And number two, mice need to be lighter or heavier depending on the player. Like the G9X came with weights to make it heavier, and honestly, as a sniper, I was a better shot with a heavier mouse. Also, please just take a file to this. Just make it a little bit smoother so it's not jamming your hand with plastic swarf. Hospital server room. Yep, this looks done wrong from the beginning. Like, whoever built this didn't realize that Ethernet cables came in different lengths and that you should order different lengths of cable in different quantities, not just 515 footers. But this will also happen in areas where downtime is really hard to get, like hospitals, because you simply don't have time to rip out everything and run it all properly, or when you're adding something, you can't unplug anything else, because you'll bring down general surgery or something like that. Ticket said, camera flickers to fuzzy brown image often. Yeah, the problem with really long range optics is that you can't tell what's in front of the camera, so it'll just look like the image went bad. I can't even. Yeah, this happens with Xerox toner cartridges. I can't tell if that's a Xerox or a Canon, but Xerox toner cartridges don't have a spring on the back door, which means that when you shove them in, the door on the back of the cartridge just opens. And if you pull it back out, or if you rotate it at all, it just dumps all of the toner everywhere. Somewhat happened to me. I stopped it before it got too bad, and really happened to one of my technicians. Customer came in with his iPhone. His glass cracked. He thought he could peel off the glass so he wouldn't notice the crack anymore. Yeah, newsflash. What do you think is under the glass? How the previous IT guy mounted the hard drive. It's right there. That's a 3.5, right on the right? That's where it goes. What is wrong with you? Okay, I might be wrong. That might be a 2.5 on the right. Still, get a conversion bracket or something. Person mistook LED polarizing film for protective plastic film and peeled it off. Oh, good job, idiot. For those uninitiated, Samsung batteries swell sometimes, the older ones. I'm not sure the fullest scope. I haven't been keeping up with it. But yeah, they swell and eventually they don't explode, but they'll pop and they'll leave lithium everywhere and can catch on fire. So it's kind of the perfect pillow print. I love this. My PC is low on space. Can you help? 234 gigs of temp. What is storing so much temp data? Like, do you guys have your downloads redirected to temp and you're downloading gigs and gigs of God knows what? I don't want to know. Also, update your damn computer. Your updates folder, WinSXS, is caching 15 gigs of updates. May God have mercy on my soul. Oh, you sweet summer child, you ain't seen nothing. I've probably cleaned out 30 or 40 of these, varying from 2 to 5 rack long, just same colored spaghettis. I find them kind of fun. I don't know, it's satisfying once you're done. The cable of my favorite gaming mouse dragged along 300 miles of road hanging out of my car door by mistake. That's kind of cool, visually speaking. I'm sorry about your mouse, but maybe you'll, recognize wireless supremacy now. I pick up a stack of busted iPads almost every week from one of my middle schools. Yep, that'll do it. Yeah, people were complaining about the 10th gen iPad not having the sealed edge around the screen, basically. And they do that because they sell hundreds of thousands of these to government, schools, all that stuff. And they need to be easily repairable because of this. Because kids have no idea how to treat electronics, and neither do adults. One of my coworkers was eager to unpack her new mouse. I'm not gonna blame your coworker for this because clamshell packaging needs to die in a fire. And especially with wired devices, if they run the wire through any area of that clamshell packaging that is outside of the radius of the product, they deserve it. They should give you a new free mouse. That's just stupid. Oh, and can you check the speaker? It sounds a bit muffled. By the way, back to the Samsung battery thing. Apple also has swelling batteries. This is not unique to Samsung. And I can't tell if this is lithium dust from the battery, or if this phone was in a construction environment, or if they really just like sugar. Yes, sugar. My mom didn't like the yellowed color, so she decided to put nail polish on the printer, despite my objections. Oh my God, please stop. But also, in defense of your mother, and I know I'm the one saying this, I had that exact printer in college. And yeah, that yellowed gold, they were going for like a gold or something. It was ugly as hell. So like, this is actually an improvement, but please don't do this to your electronics. Enjoying my new 2 terabyte USB 3 external hard drive. Okay, I just bought one of those from SanDisk and yeah, this is why I only buy from, reputable disc manufacturers. If your media isn't from SanDisk or Lexar or Sony or one of the big companies, it's probably a piece of crap. If you've never heard of the company, or if all they seem to make is one specific same-looking USB drive, it's probably fake. My fan was making too much noise. I will end you. I will find you and I will end you. Customer states she could not copy files on the $60 2 terabyte SSD from Amazon. For anybody unfamiliar, that is an extremely cheap price. And yeah, it's a knockoff Kingston USB drive in almost the same case we saw before. For price reference, on sale, I just bought a 1 terabyte SanDisk SSD for my video capture device for about $109. And I think the 2 terabyte was $219. So $60, not the correct price. I was wondering why my computer had blue screens. Now I am wondering why my computer was able to boot up at all. That's some fantastic memory redundancy there. I guess it wouldn't really matter as long as it's not writing to that particular sector of the memory at that particular time. The printer isn't working. Oh my God. Oh my God, I do not miss help desk. Service down. Oh, yes, it is. Somebody should probably give it some encouraging words. Professional cabling at Pepsi. Oh my God. Yeah, see, when you're building this, there would be traces of it being done properly and then it getting messier over time. But again, Pepsi, one of those places where downtime is probably at a premium because downtime means you're not making soda. Client was upset her iPhone wasn't working properly. Diagnosis? Not actually an iPhone. What? That's a really extensive copy. Like, I guess the first tip off is iPhone S. What do you mean iPhone? iPhone what? S. But they went for the logo, they went for the design. Usually they try to steer clear of copyright laws, but man, they just went all out. Why is there a pillow inside my tablet? Oh no! Oh, that's not a pillow! Well, it is a pillow. Just a pillow of toxic fire. It didn't plug in, so I bent the pins to make it fit. There are different types of DVI. Stop! I had a client once that routinely broke RJ45 ports, the internet port on laptops, by shoving HDMI and USB cables into them. USB kind of fits. HDMI does not fit at all and would just wreck everything. My flash drive won't show up and I've literally tried everything. Oh my God! Oh my God, what did I just say? What did I just say? See, USB kind of fits into RJ45. It's a shove, but it'll do it. AT&T has no idea why their DSL service is so poor. It must be my wires in my house. No, I don't think so. Yeah, they don't care enough to maintain DSL. And for those of you laughing in the back, there are areas of the US where DSL is literally all you can get. I now live in semi-rural Pennsylvania. My relatives live in rural Pennsylvania, and the only thing you can get is DSL or satellite. And satellite's $100 a month for a 5 gig data cap. So yeah, DSL is unfortunately still relevant. I thought that r/tech support Gora would appreciate this. Connectport. Hey, the cable management on that is better than some of the other things we've seen today. Phone will not charge without pressure, so I made this. I mean, I'm actually not against this for like a few day fix, like if you're waiting on an appointment or something to get your phone fixed. This is something I do. Be like, screw it, I'll just loop it around the phone and like electrical tape it on the back just to get it so that I can use it for a few days. Permanent fix? No. When you have a VGA card with bad RAM, a VGA card, a graphics card with a VGA port? It can cause invalid drive problems. I mean, that's a whole J. Like that. I'm not gonna diagnose this. I don't care enough. PSN for HDMI replacement. Kid said I pushed the cable in a little too hard. A little. Just a little. Just a tiny little bit. The gore here is that this is still being used daily by my customer. Refuses to upgrade. Do they have specific like industry software or something? Or are they a writer? Genuinely, these are the two classes of people I found that it's either PMS software tied to the building that costs ungodly amounts to upgrade, or they're writers. I don't know why. Writers like really old computers. Not keyboards, or just really old computers. Like an artist's rendition of Anxiety. Now we're getting somewhere. All right, yeah, this is pretty bad, but still, like, this just teaches you to trace cables. Like, it's bad, it's a mess. Yes, it's terrible, but like, you should still be able to find a patch in like a minute or two. Like, it shouldn't take you that long. Like, fix it, yes. Found on the Facebook page of a computer repair service captioned "Fixing a computer." What are you doing? Why are you soldering? I remember that soldering iron. It was my first one. It's cheap as hell, but it works. What are you do? Why is the computer still on? Are you seriously like repadding a space bar or something over there? Oh my god. I refuse to believe they're just making this up, because that would be even stupider to like go into an area full of people that know what they're doing and be like, yeah, I know what I'm doing too. Trying to place the GPU without unplugging the PC. Oh my god. I almost don't want to read this. Okay, fine. I tried putting my new graphics card in and couldn't get the other one out.